unzipping his onesies, looking like an addict in withdrawal. It was 2 weeks after I'd given birth. My baby was happy, healthy, and sleeping, while I was bawling my eyes out, feeling like a total failure. We all have heard that phrase, that it takes a village to raise a child. I had my village. My husband, my parents, my in-laws, a number of people I could reach out to, and yet, day after day, night after night, I felt miserable. I felt like I didn't deserve to live, that my baby would be happier if I died. I couldn't really tell anyone what I was feeling that night or many nights that followed. I was looking for something small, maybe a whiff, maybe a glimpse, something I could hold on to make it through the night without killing myself. Some days I'd cry for hours, sometimes in front of everyone, sometimes hidden away in a closet or a bathroom. I couldn't really put a finger on why. I just felt miserable and I needed to cry. In fact, I barely remember the first 18 months of my son's life. This is the story of just one mother. What I did not know then was that these were signs of an impending postpartum depression. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in every 8 new mothers reports signs of postpartum depression within 1 year of their child's birth. What's unfortunate is millions of mothers go through this experience without reporting a symptom, 1, for lack of awareness, and 2, for the fear of being shamed. Untreated postpartum depression is the #1 cause of maternal deaths in the US, which is one of the most advanced nations in the world. I mean, we've been able to reach the Mars, make machines think like humans, and yet we have mothers crying silently we haven't been able to hear. Where are we going wrong? Well, for starters, I don't think we need villages to raise children. What we really need are villages that rebuild mothers. While I'm immensely grateful for the village that showed up for my child, what I really needed was a village that understood how broken I felt. That held me before that held my baby, and made space for me to feel the emotions of motherhood without judgment and shame. We live in a world where children are celebrated from before they're born, and rightfully so, but isn't a mother an integral part of a child's life? Isn't her mental health pivotal to that of the child's? Why is there such a gap in the postpartum care that women receive? A pregnant woman gets about 8-9 visits with the doctor, but only 1 or 2 once the child is born? Why are we set up to fail at every stage of motherhood? My postpartum journey was incredibly lonely, overwhelming, and confusing, and social media made it so much worse. Even though millions of mothers go through this, so little is talked about it. I felt like I was the only one in the whole world failing at motherhood. But when I reached out to new moms in my community, 97% of them said that postpartum was the most challenging phase, that they felt invisible once the baby was born. It wasn't that we didn't love our children, we did. We loved them more than anything else. What we were having trouble with was loving ourselves. You see, statistics only count the living or the dead. A majority of us are suffering and we're not represented by a number. Maternal mortality rate is on the rise, and postpartum depression is very much preventable and very much treatable. And we all know someone who's a mother. Many of us are mothers, many of us have been raised by mothers, so maybe, just maybe, it's time we hear them. We make space for them. While what I envision for a new postpartum world for moms requires nothing short of a revolution. But it can start today with your help. All I need is your love. Yes. The L stands for listening. Listen to mothers when they say they're overwhelmed, that they're in pain. Listen to us without judging us. O, offer. Offer us your kindness. More often than not, mothers get judged for the choices they make and the choices they don't. So if nothing, offer us your kindness, offer us a space. V, validate. If I had a penny for every time someone told me how much my crying was unreasonable, I'd be a millionaire. And perhaps it was unreasonable, but what I needed to hear as a mom was that it was valid, that I was a human. And E, empathize. None of this is important if we do not get your empathy. You cannot help a mother heal by shaming her. You have to empathize with her. You have to empower her. So even if you forget everything else, walk away with this. And if you're a mom, I encourage you to ask your village this question. Because we couldn't do anything about the generations of women before us, but we have a duty for those who are going to come after us. So ask your villages, will you give me your love? Will you help me rebuild